Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I'm doing a video here with my student. This is the student that I refer to all the time as my extremely nervous student. He is still very nervous, as you can probably see in how he's holding the wheel. But he has gotten a lot better. He is actually now able to drive, without me having to interview him every second. I used to have to always be trying to reach for the wheel and, to maintain safety for both of us. But now I can actually sit back and let him drive, even though he is still pretty stiff and still nervous. But I can say we have progressed considerably, right? So I'm going to do a short video, probably 15 minutes max. As usual, I want you to like the video, share the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I am asking you please to subscribe to the channel, because we make these videos with the intention to help whoever needs it, but in the same voice I want you to subscribe, because that's the only way the channel is going to grow. Like, it won't grow if you don't subscribe. So I understand that most people that watch don't subscribe, but I'm asking, please, if you're watching the video and you like what I'm doing with my channel, I want you to please subscribe. Alright? So again, I'm going to show my student here and show you. Doesn't matter how nervous you are really when you start. Eventually, you will get to the point where you can see improvement, right? Like, everyone learns at their own pace. So don't look at how fast your cousin or your uncle or your brother learn. Just know that eventually you will also learn, right? So it's a process. Everybody learns at their own pace. Some people learn in 5 days. Some people learn in 20 days. You understand? It's just a process. And as long as we respect the process, I know that we're not gonna, be able to look at one student and say, well, Jane learned in 5 days, so I'm sure I could do it. Usually that's not the case, right? So yeah, we're gonna just go for a drive and show you what he's doing, and show that even though he is still nervous, because usually people don't get over the nerves right away, he's still doing pretty good, considering, right? Alright, how you feeling, boss?
Feeling good.
You're feeling good. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, you're definitely doing better. I just want you to relax your shoulders and bring them shoulders down. You understand? Yeah, your shoulders are still up, so just bring the shoulders down and try to relax as much as possible, because as you know, that's the only way it works. When you're stiff, it's just so much harder. So just try to relax and try to keep them shoulders down. And we're driving on a main road. We're driving on Federal Highway. So if you're familiar with South Florida, you know that's a pretty busy road. Even though it's not so busy right now, it's a Sunday morning. But yeah, it's usually a busy road. We're gonna go somewhere different today, though. We're gonna go out west somewhere. We always go towards the beach. Today we're gonna go Western Commercial and see how it looks out west. Something different for a change. All right, so Commercial coming up. We're making a right turn. So yeah, have you been watching the protests and stuff?
Yeah, I've been watching it.
What do you think about it?
Well, it's a little bit. I don't like how they kill the black man.
Well, nobody likes how they kill the black man. I mean, he really does.
And some people say he's very innocent.
Well, I mean,
he's not our family, so.
no, well, I mean, obviously, there's never any kind of justification for kneeling on someone's neck until they die.
I expect the police would not do that.
You said you weren't expecting that? And I mean, if you've been living in America and watching what's going on, I can't say that it was completely unexpected. And I'm never surprised when it happens, to be honest, because I've seen it happen over and over. You would think that it wouldn't happen. You would hope it wouldn't happen. You know, it's just not something that should be happening, but it's something that we've seen happen over and over. So, yeah, it really shouldn't happen, but it does. It's one of those things that you're like, wow, 2020, still dealing with that stuff.
Is you telling me in Colorado don't know them food or something?
No. It happens all over the country. Honestly, it happens all over the world. It is a little bit more blatant here for whatever reason, but it happens everywhere. You know what I mean? It's just sad that in a year where we have 100,000 dead Americans, we're still dealing with that in 2020. You would think that's the last thing we would be dealing with at this time when we're all in survival mode trying to survive this pandemic. But yeah, on top of the fact that we have to worry about the pandemic, we have to worry about the people that their job is to protect us. That's mad scary, actually. I make a right turn. Alright, so you slow down enough so you can actually control it. Not that slow. And just relax. Try to relax and watch this person. Yeah. Go in the middle lane. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. I have personally, honestly, been up for the last 2 nights. Yeah, I'm just transfixed to the TV, watching what's happening in LA, watching what's happening in Atlanta, Miami, watching what's happening everywhere in disbelief that 2020 is still an issue. And usually I just go to bed, you know what I mean? Usually I go in the house, I go in my bed and I go to sleep with no problem. The last 2 nights I just can't shut my eyes and go to sleep. My wife is saying the same thing. My daughter is saying the same thing. Like they're just completely wired watching this thing unfold. It's amazing that, you know, on top of everything else we have to worry about, we have that to worry about also. That's just over the top crazy and amazing to me. And the fact that there are some people that will still try to justify it. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of social media where people are basically asking the most basic question, like, what the hell have we ever done to deserve all of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did we do? What exactly did we do to deserve all of what's happening to us? I don't get it. Anyway, I tell you that I have a studio, right? Yeah. It's up. It's right up here. I'm gonna show it to you. Slow down. Keep going. My son might even be there right now, because he was there last night, and sometimes he actually spends the night there. But he's not there. Yeah, but it's right there. See?
Right over there?
Right there. All right, keep going. Quiet early Sunday morning. Well, they have 2 Publix across the street, one there and one there. It's crazy. What's going on with these cops? So my friend, the funeral that I'm going to, this guy that I grew up with. Yeah, I mean, he was probably about 3 years younger than I am. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know what he died from. I just heard that he died. And because we're, like I said, he's from the same area in Jamaica.
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
Exactly, in Jamaica.
Montego Bay.
Oh, Montego Bay.
But I'm from an area called Bogue Hill. So his family is from the same place.
Yeah, me from Kingston.
Yeah. And when they came up, they stayed, with, well, his parents, I think, stayed with my uncle. I don't even remember if he stayed with my uncle too. But we were that close, right?
Yeah.
We kind of grew up as kind of a family type situation. So yeah. Had to go to this funeral, and I really don't like funerals. No, honestly, I don't like funerals. But yeah.
I'm doing on 6 years, I'm going to funeral.
No, I mean, I like funeral. Real talk.
Like
I don't like them, but some funerals you have to go to, right? So this would actually be the 4th funeral that I'm going to for the year. Yeah, and I don't like them, but yeah, some people you just can't not go to their funeral. One of them was my uncle. One of them was one of my good friends that owns a driving school. One of them was one of my son, I should say, because he's my son's best friend, but he calls me dad. So we've kind of adopted him as our son in a way. His dad died, and now Billy. And I've actually skipped a couple that I just did not go to because I just didn't. Yeah. So this year has been on top of everything else. Personally, you understand? People that I've known personally that just over the top. Yeah. All right, slow down. And you see how you're holding, man? You're holding way stiff. Just don't hold so stiff. Relax. And see where you are? You see how you're like on the line right there? Yeah, you need to be in the middle of the lane. So yeah. But yeah, the biggest thing still, you're still gripping the wheel and holding it too stiff. Just relax. Yeah, like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, don't stiffen up on it like that. Get down. And there's a big old truck. These guys be having the biggest trucks imaginable. Watch your lane, see it? Yeah, you definitely drive, and your statement is too stiff. Okay, so when you grab the wheel and swing it like that, yeah, just relax. That's the new stadium, the soccer stadium, the temporary stadium that they built. Lockhart, yeah.
No, I feel we're still there.
I mean, they still have the airport over there. The airport is up over here, a little bit up from Lockhart. Like behind all of this is where the airport is. Yeah, not looking forward to the funeral at all. Have to go, yo, have to go. Yeah,
Last funeral I go with my granny.
Your grandmother?
Yeah.
In Jamaica or up here?
In Jamaica.
Yeah, my grandmother passed probably about 5 years ago in Jamaica too. I went down for the funeral. Yeah. Funerals are just
same day when I leave.
yeah.
Same day she passed and I couldn't go leave.
Oh, so you was down there visiting and then she died
no,
before?
No, I didn't live down there.
Oh, you was living there?
Yeah.
Oh, so the day you were supposed to come up is when she died?
Yeah, the Friday. We supposed to come the Friday. And after we wait till the other week.
Oh, wow. Well, at least you were able to go to her funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to my grandmother's funeral, but honestly, I didn't even look at her. Like, some people like to go up and
I look at them.
I don't look at them. I didn't even look at my mother. My mother died 2 years ago. And honestly, I could not bring myself to look at her because I don't want, even when they had the viewing, you know, they have the viewing and stuff.
Yeah.
I went to the viewing, but I did not go in and look at her because I don't want that memory in my head.
Okay.
I want to remember my mom the way I know my mom, you understand? Beautiful and pleasant, and yeah, I don't want to remember her in no casket like that, you know what I mean? So I never looked at her. I never looked at my grandmother either. And generally, I don't walk up and look at people like that. I want to remember them how I know them. Yeah. Watch your lead, see that? And you hear the boop, 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 boop. Whenever you hear the boop, boop, you know you're going over the line. And, you know, you really should try to stay in the center of the lane, right? And you stay in the center of the lane by looking in the middle, looking down the road in the middle of the lane. You see what I'm saying? Just stay in the middle. But if you look at my hand, you see the center here? Just look straight down in the middle of the lane and try to stay in the center of the lane. You understand? Like you're stiffening up and you're going to the right, mostly to the right. You're not really going to the left too much, but you're stiffening up and you're pulling more on the line, right on the line. So try to stay in the middle. We're gonna actually go up to 441 and then make a right turn. In my neck of the woods right now. Yeah, I live close to this area. Now we're gonna go into the right lane, so signal right. Look in the mirror up here. Look in the side mirror. See you're going before you even look in the mirror. You look up there, but you didn't look in the side mirror. And you didn't look in the blind spot. You have to do all three before you go. You understand? So if there was a car beside us, we'd have been in trouble. Turn off your blinker. Yeah, so you have to look here first. And then you have to look there. And then you have to look there. And you have to do all three of those things quickly. Like you don't have a minute to, you know, change lane. You really have to look up there fractions of a second. 1, 2, 3, like that, quickly. And then go. I mean, I know you're still not ready for serious lane changes, but we still have to change lane, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't just look up in the rearview mirror and change lane, not knowing if there's a car beside you. That's a serious accident waiting to happen. Alright, so we're gonna make a right turn on 441. Hellcat. Really? Alright, so yeah, we're gonna make the right turn. Signal right. Go into the right lane. So yeah. Yeah. So then we turn it right. Yeah, just relax. Alright, go up a little bit more. So you come up here and you stop, right? Stop. And we're not gonna go out there. Alright, now you can go actually. Go ahead. Because this guy is supposed to be turning. He's in the turning lane. Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time. Right here, right here. Alright, cool. Go back to the right. Stay in the right lane. Just relax your hands. Just relax. Alright, so we're on 441 now. Heading back up, so we're gonna go all the way up to Sample and then take Sample back to your house, you understand? That's a good drive.
Good job.
Come on. Alright, so I'm not gonna just keep this video going because I know people, though they're interested, they don't watch these videos all the way, right? So I wanna keep them short and spicy. So yeah, as I have said, you know, he was one of my more nervous students. Well, he is one of my more nervous students. And it took him a while to get to this point, but he is actually to this point, right? And for all intentions and purposes, you could see he has a ways to go, but he's getting there slowly, right? He's learning, he's getting better. And eventually we'll be celebrating when he gets his driver's license. So, you know, it's a process. That's all I can say. It's a process, and he is getting better at driving, even though he is still as you can see, nervous. All right. So, like the video. Well, please like the video. I don't want to sound like I'm ordering you to like my video. So, yeah, please like the videos. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And share the video to whoever you know that needs driving instruction, driving lesson, or just share the video to your friends. You know, maybe they'd enjoy watching the video and listening to interesting conversation. All right. I will see you on the next one.